The national curriculum is a guideline for education enforced and set up by the government, with high input from teachers, employers and universities. This gives young people basic skills for life after school. The new curriculum was introduced in 2014. They made it more challenging to try and make a more educated nation. It was made more difficult for both teachers and students. It allows progression from early years foundations to the end of school. The new curriculum has 4 aims: to develop competence to excel in a broad range of physical activities, ensuring young people are physically active for a sustained period of time, to engage children in competitive sports and activities, and finally to lead a healthy, active lifestyle carrying on after school. Within the national curriculum there are 4 key stages. These start at 5 years old after the early years foundation stage. Key stage 1 is age 5 to 7 years. Key stage 2 is age 7 to 11 years. Key stage 3 is age 11 to 14 years. And key stage 4 is age 14 to 16 years.
The first aim of developing competence to excel in a broad range of physical activities develops through the stages, as Key Stage 1 develops basic movements, whereas in Key Stage 4 they develop a wide range of tactics. The second aim of ensuring young people are physically active for sustained periods of time is progressed, as the national curriculum now states that you have to do at least 2 hours of physical activity per week. The third aim, to engage children in competitive sport and activity, has progressed from Key Stage 1 as they take part in team games, whereas in Key Stage 4 they evaluate performances to beat their own scores, etc. The final aim of leading healthy, active lifestyles has been progressed, as teachers now encourage children to be part of local teams so they stay active after school.
Go. Key Stage 1 is the first few years of school that children are subjected to, spanning the years from reception to Year 2 when the children are aged 5 to 7. In this stage, pupils develop basic movement skills, becoming more capable and confident, as well as accessing a range of opportunities to extend their agility, balance and coordination, either independently or with others. They should be able to participate in competitively, both individually and against others, and cooperatively in physical activities and in a range of increasingly challenging situations. In this stage, students should be taught how to master basic movements such as running, throwing and catching, as well as developing their ABCs. They need to apply these in a range of activities. They need to participate in team games, developing simple tactics for attacking and defending, and they need to perform dance using simple movement patterns.
Games like Mr. Wolf, Stuck in the Mud and Beanbag games are used to develop this first aim. This helps teach children healthy competition against others. It also helps develop their social abilities when working together to achieve a goal. It also helps develop a healthy lifestyle, promoting physical activity by making it fun and involving for all students. The basic movement taught in these lessons are important because these movements are what they will be using in sport in the years to come. Mandatory sports that are played in the later key stages will require basic knowledge in running and catching, and is important for people to have good ABCs in their life, not just for sport but for many strenuous activities. In Key Stage 1, it is essential for children in this stage of learning to begin to develop an understanding of the basic techniques of swimming. Pupils should be taught how to swim 25 metres to an efficient standard, using a range of different smokes such as front crawl and backstroke. In order to maximise water safety, it is vital that the pupils are able to perform safe self-rescue in order to prevent drowning.
Due to the age of pupils in Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2, the techniques that are taught in swimming stick more easily, as they are more eager to learn something new. Another reason they'd be willing to go swimming is because they have not reached the stage of their life where they feel self-conscious about their body. Furthermore, swimming is a good way to stay fit, given its influence on cardiovascular health. Developing these techniques will further provide a competitive edge in later stages, meaning there is a good chance that they could carry on with swimming after the lessons have finished, potentially joining a club and competing. Depending on the skill level, they may be able to start competing regionally, nationally and internationally in a youth competition. Because swimming will increase cardiovascular endurance, the pupils may be able to transfer this into different sports such as football, basketball and running. However, Because swimming is an independent activity, they will also be able to develop a high standard of individual work ethic, which they could use in a variety of different sports.
3 contains a range of tactics to develop technique. This includes analysing performance, development of dance, outdoor activities such as orienteering, help teamwork and allow class feedback. After-school clubs provide community links. At Key Stage 3, it is important to have a range of tactics. This is because it helps a child's development both in team and individual sports.
Athletics, gymnastics and equestrian, and also swimming, all help develop the child's technique. To advance technique, a child should involve themselves in either modern or contemporary dance.
At Key Stage 1, children learn just simple movements and how to move about and how their body works. During Key Stage 2, they learn more about balance and different pieces of dance together, and then by Key Stage 3, they're learning full routines.
It is important that performance is analysed through both class feedback and class observation.
In Key Stage 1, it isn't a requirement to critique your own performance. By Key Stage 2, you learn and how to critique your own performance, but by Key Stage 3, you critique your own and others' performances.
Other activities outside of school allow friendships to be made through community links and have the opportunity to meet people from other schools. This will help develop social skills. Outdoor activities also help develop this.
Outdoor activities help to build a child's teamwork skills, which helps to build their social skills. It's only brought in Key Stage 3 as children learn throughout Key Stage 1 and 2 to do this without other activities. Clubs outside school help to build community links and help children's health and well-being throughout, as they're not just keeping active inside of school.
Key Stage 4 is years 10 to 11, involving ages from 14 to 16 years old. In these years, people should tackle complex and demanding physical activities. They should get involved in a range of activities to develop their personal fitness and to promote an active, healthier lifestyle.
There are subtle differences between Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. In Key Stage 4, they need to develop a variety of tactics and strategies, for example, becoming more competitive in sports such as badminton, basketball, cricket, football and tennis. They also need to develop their techniques in sports and dance. However, there is a less emphasis on dance as it's an option. They need to develop their technique in sports such as athletics and gymnastics. Key Stage 4 also need to take part in further outdoor and adventurous activities such as Duke of Edinburgh Award, visiting specialist sites to do more activities such as orienteering, cycling and rock climbing.
As Key Stage 4, they will need to start evaluating their performances, which can then be compared to their own previous results as well as the national average for the specific age group. When a pupil has the ability to evaluate their own performance, then they can work out what their body is able to do and how far they can push themselves, as well as setting themselves goals. Furthermore, if someone can do this, then they will be able to visit the gym after school and then develop their physical activity even further. At this age group, it is important to continue in a sport outside of school hours. This then makes it more likely for the pupils to stay in sports when they leave school. This will help them stay healthy. When pupils compete in activities outside of school, then they are participating in the activities, which is then involving them within the community, furthermore expanding their friendship groups and knowledge about others. As well as that, by staying in a sport, it can improve fitness levels and their knowledge about playing sports, which will hopefully help them improve their own ability and then continue in sport, which then develop in life.